their calamities. You know what I mean? So, I mean, it's twofold. Yeah,
as the last life.
Yeah, it's twofold. Right?
No, that's your mic? Huh? Yeah, no, that. You bring it up.
I got 2nd Maccabees, the 5th chapter.
Oh yeah.
And the first verse, I'm gonna start at 1. And about the time Antiochus prepared his 2nd voyage into Egypt, verse 2. And then it happened that through all the city, for a space of almost 40 days, there were seen horsemen running in the air, in cloth of gold and armored lances, like a band of soldiers.
Wow. That's going into the angels, right? How they look, gold decked out.
Some that are on Amazon, right?
And you're also going to see apparitions come out that day too.
God. Yeah. And troops of horsemen in array, encountering and running one against another, with shaking of shields and multitude of pikes and drawing of swords, of casting of darts and casting of darts, and glistening of golden ornaments and harness of all sorts. Wherefore every man prayed that apparitions might turn to good.
And that's also part of the Lord's glory, man, when he comes back. It ain't gonna look like bland. It's gonna look marvelous as well. Because there was an article that came out, I believe last year, going into how there was a golden chariot hovering around the earth.
Oh, okay.
It was pure gold. Right? So the Lord, he's coming back in style when he's gonna bring judgment too. We serve a very, very, very exquisite power, man. He's very exclusive. Right?
Because there's a crystal, or basically a stone, which the chariots is covered with gold and silver, but it has like all the elements, because the Most High can manipulate the elements, because of the spiritual power that they contain, right?
Yeah.
Which is the angels that are power of the Most High.
That's right.
And there's a stone I believe it's called neodymium, and basically in the light it changes colors from purple, blue, red, like whatever, depending on the certain light spectrum hitting it and stuff like that. You know?
Yeah, the Most High has so many.
Yeah, the Most High has a rainbow, right?
Yeah,
that's his. Not these sodomites.
That's right.
On Church of West, or wherever these vagabonds want to put their
vagabonds.
Bam. Yeah. They want to put their bullshit on the street, man. Paint their madness.
Yeah, that's why the kingdom's gonna look nice, man. The Most High has a lot of things he has yet to show us, man, and reveal. Stones and all different types of colors, you know. So when we get into the kingdom, man, you're gonna see all different types of things that you never ever could have even imagined, you know.
Absolutely.
On the script, this is Ezekiel 1:4. It says, "And I looked and beheld, a whirlwind came out of the north, a great cloud, and a fire enfolding itself."
That's going into the chariots. Oh, yeah. German ships. And the amber color looking like a ball of fire coming out.
And it says, "And the brightness was about it, and out of the midst thereof, as the color of amber."
And a lot of you, like I believe Elder Yashawam or GMS Dallas, right? He did a video going into in Tennessee. I believe it was North Carolina or Tennessee. There was this Edomite that came out of his house, an all-American, because he had all the flag, you know those patriots. So he came out and then he saw a fireball fly right through the sky. But people don't know where it landed, right? Or what happened. And he was the only one that caught it. So the Lord made him see that. That could have been a chariot, man. Because a lot of these things that you see in the sky, like shooting stars, a lot of them are not shooting stars. You know, they're chariots.
Yeah,
when can a star shoot, man? You know, understand that? When can a star shoot? Halley's Comet and all of this. But they say there's meteor showers and stuff like that. So I thought a star is supposed to be a representation of a sun or
Yep.
it's a planet that might be within that galaxy or omniverse, you want to call it, you know?
But we
So
can
on.
straight in the womb, man.
Yeah.
We can straight in the womb. So pure lies. So I was going to him for anything so-called knowledge when I was talking about his madness, man.
Yeah.
All right? Because how come no one ever found a piece of star somewhere that fell from the sky? As if it's like some bulb. You know, you have those bulbs that burn out, like the whole side don't have like everlasting power, man. The stars that burn out and drop from the sky.
So it says, it only says that the star has a lifetime of 1 billion years or whatever. You know?
Yeah.
Foolish
He doesn't know any of that stuff, man.
science.
It's funny because the word science goes back to knowledge, to know. So they're really contradicting that word itself. Right? Because they're
But
going on.
his thing is AI, right? Artificial intelligence. So anything artificial is fake,
Yeah.
right? So it can't be intelligent.
It's based off of random calculations.
Madness, man.
It's true.
Pseudoscience.
Very true.
Verse 19.
Very true.
Back in Ezekiel, verse 19, it says, and when the living creatures went, the wheels went by them.
Well, that's
See, that's what you were talking about
yeah,
earlier.
yeah.
That's where wherever they go, that's where the chariot is. They don't have to be in it. They control it with their mind, right?
Yo, that's heavy, man. That's a lot of spiritual power.
Remember, it said living creatures, man. So these are the living creatures that you people want to call aliens and so forth. How they dead on tables,
Yeah.
you know? That's another question within a mad ass question for a damn Edomite. You know, the mind of your madness, right? It says living creature.
It says,
It's really, and also too, because they're full of the spirit, they don't go off.
Yeah.
Because in order for you to be living, you have to know the word. That's how Adam was able to live.
Con.
That's because they call him a living creature
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Because he had the law, statutes, and commandments.
Con.
right. It says, when the living creatures were lifted up from the earth, the wheels were lifted up.
Now that's going the wheels, right? That's going. Well, that's him. They're talking the wheels that it's talking about is like a flying saucer, like how they
Yeah.
depict it.
Yeah,
It's a
circle within the
circle.
circle. Yeah.
Verse
That's right.
20, whithersoever the spirit was to go, they went. Thither was their spirit to go, and the wheels were lifted up over against them. For the spirit of the living creature was in the wheels.
That's right, because the spirit moveth like the wind. That's why the chariots move the way they do. Because that's how the scriptures is.
Yeah.
You see how we were talking about the Lord's face, right, and how he looks, and we moved on to another topic. Boom, boom, boom. Brothers had more things. That's the spirit, because the spirit moves.
That's right.
Just like the chariots, man.
Chariot, that's going into, that's just mind over matter, right? And that's the power we're gonna get back. That's all that it is. It's called mind over matter.
That's right.
Yeah, their spirit is inside, but it's called mind over matter. We're gonna be able to bend things to our will,
Con.
right? The scripture says we're gonna be able to add stature.
Yeah.
How are you gonna add stature? Because you're gonna know how to manipulate matter. This is all clay. Everything you see is just clay.
Yeah.
Right? And you're able to bend everything to your will. Right? Metal, gold, right? You're going to be able to fashion it. Right? But brothers are thinking about it. Remember the scene in The Matrix where he's just like, he's like, what did he say? He bends the spoon with his mind.
Yeah.
Oh, like a little child. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that scene.
Could be wrong.
Sure.
Because this is all matter. Everything you see is just matter.
Yeah, but
that's
the
how you know
atoms.
Esau is on a low level, right? Because everything that he creates is meant for destruction. Right? None of this is for your benefit. Right? This is all for your destruction. When you create, like let's say you create a car. If the car was righteous, then the car would be running off of water, right? It would be running off of something that's righteous.
Yeah, yeah.
It would be
Organic.
It would be beneficial,
Yeah.
right? Nothing Esau makes is beneficial.
Con.
Not even plastic. Remember, plastic is detrimental.
So you got the carbon footprint, call the vehicles here and stuff like that. You know, the CO2 that they push out. Right?
Knowledge of wickedness is not wisdom.
Yeah.
And that's the only stuff that they only allow you to know.
Yeah.
There's more things that is more hazardous to your health that they're not allowing you to know.
Yeah.
That's right, you know?
Yeah,
After when somebody dies, they research, oh, this is it. Oh, this is fascinating. Oh, we killed him and this and that. Then somehow it just slips out, it comes out, and it, you know, and so forth.
Yeah, it's truly a blessing to be alive in this kingdom when you think about it, because our forefathers, if they would have been here, well they are, but if they would have been here with the bodies they had back then, they would have dropped dead. Because the air was a lot more breathable, less chemicals in the air, all of that, you know.
Yeah.
They would have dropped dead. So it really is a blessing to be alive in this kingdom.